What if I told you that some muscle cars were so powerful, so rare, and so ahead of their time, that even NASCAR had to ban them? These aren't just cars, they're legends forged in speed, power, and pure Mopar madness. This is 5 rarest Mopar muscle cars ever made. Number 5, the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona 426 Hemi. What if I told you this car was so fast, NASCAR had to ban it? This wasn't just another muscle car, it was a weapon built for domination. In the late 1960s, Dodge wanted revenge on Ford and Chevrolet on the racetrack, and the result was the Daytona, a car that looked like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. With its needle-sharp aerodynamic nose cone and a massive rear wing towering over the trunk, it wasn't made to look cool, it was made to slice through air at record-breaking speeds. And it did. The Daytona became the first car in NASCAR history to break the 200 miles per hour barrier, proving that Dodge had built something truly untouchable. Only about 503 Daytonas ever rolled out of the factory, and just a handful came equipped with the legendary 426 Hemi engine. That monster of an engine produced around 425 horsepower, pure American muscle that could make the ground tremble. Every roar from that V8 reminded the world that Mopar was here to rule the streets and the tracks. Today, the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona 426 Hemi stands as one of the rarest and most valuable Mopars ever made. Its wild design, limited production, and racing legacy have made it a holy grail for collectors. It wasn't just built to win, it was built to make history. Number 4, the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Superbird. What if I told you this car was so fast and so advanced that it was banned from NASCAR after just one season? The Superbird wasn't just a car, it was an aerodynamic missile born from pure racing obsession. Plymouth built it to dominate the tracks and prove Mopar's superiority, and they succeeded in spectacular fashion. With its long, pointed nose cone and towering rear wing, the Superbird looked unlike anything else on the road. People either loved it or thought it looked insane, but when it hit the racetrack, no one laughed. It sliced through the air with incredible efficiency, leaving competitors in the dust. This car was built to bring driver Richard Petty back to Plymouth, and together, they made history. Under that wild design sat the heart of a monster, the legendary 426 Hemi V8, pushing out an incredible 425 horsepower. It was pure, untamed American power. Only 135 of these Hemi Superbirds were ever produced, making it one of the rarest and most valuable Mopars in existence. Every curve, every detail on the Superbird had a purpose, not just for looks, but for speed. It wasn't built for comfort, it was built to win. And even decades later, the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Superbird remains one of the boldest statements in automotive history, a car that flew too close to the sun and became a legend forever. Number 3, the 1969 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S 383 convertible. This isn't just a rare car, it's one of those hidden gems from the Mopar world that most people have never even seen in person. Built during the golden era of American muscle, the '69 Barracuda Formula S convertible was designed to mix raw power with style, but Plymouth made only a handful of them, around 35 in total, making it one of the rarest Mopars ever produced. At first glance, it might look like a stylish cruiser, but under the hood, it carried serious muscle. The 383 cubic inch V8 engine delivered over 330 horsepower, enough to turn this convertible into a true street performer. The Formula S package added heavy-duty suspension, improved handling, and that signature Barracuda aggression that made it stand out in the crowd. What made this car special wasn't just the power, it was the combination of freedom and fury. Imagine dropping the top, hearing that V8 roar, and feeling the wind while commanding pure Mopar performance. Back in the day, very few people could afford one, and even fewer knew what they had, which is why finding one today is nearly impossible. The 1969 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S 383 convertible represents the perfect blend of rarity, performance, and elegance. It was Plymouth's way of saying that muscle didn't always have to be loud and wild, sometimes it could be sleek, fast, and incredibly exclusive. Number 2, the 1967 Dodge Coronet/T Hemi convertible. This car isn't just rare, it's almost mythical. Only 2 of them were ever built, making it one of the rarest Mopar muscle cars to ever hit the streets. Back in 1967, Dodge wanted to create a perfect blend of luxury and power, and the Coronet/T convertible was their answer. But what truly set it apart was what lived under the hood, the legendary 426 Hemi engine. This engine was pure insanity for its time, 425 horsepower of raw, untamed muscle, capable of destroying anything that dared to challenge it. It wasn't built for everyone, it was built for those who wanted to feel unstoppable power while cruising in style. Imagine a convertible that looked classy, sounded like thunder, and moved like a rocket. That was the Coronet R/T Hemi. Most people didn't even know this version existed, because it was never mass-produced. Those two cars became instant collectors' dreams, and today, they're considered priceless pieces of Mopar history. The combination of open-top freedom and a Hemi powerhouse made it something no other brand could replicate. The 1967 Dodge Coronet R/T Hemi convertible wasn't just a car, it was a statement. A symbol of an era when Dodge pushed the limits of what muscle could be, proving that true power doesn't need to shout, it just needs to exist. Number 1, the 1966 Dodge Charger 426 Street Hemi. This was the car that started it all, the first Charger to carry the legendary 426 Hemi engine and the beginning of Mopar's golden muscle era. At a time when most cars were built for comfort, Dodge decided to build something completely different, a street machine that looked bold, sounded mean, and performed like nothing else on the road. With its fastback design, hidden headlights, and sleek interior, the 1966 Charger looked futuristic for its time. But the real magic was under the hood, the mighty 426 Hemi V8, producing 425 horsepower and enough torque to shake the pavement. It wasn't just powerful, it was brutal. When you hit the gas, you didn't just drive, you commanded a storm. Only around 468 of these Hemi-powered Chargers were built, which makes it one of the rarest early Mopar muscle cars ever produced. It was the car that introduced the world to what Dodge was truly capable of: raw, unapologetic performance wrapped in a stylish body. The 1966 Dodge Charger 426 Street Hemi marked the birth of a legacy. Every Charger that came after it owed its soul to this beast. It wasn't just a car, it was the moment Mopar muscle was born, and it still stands today as a symbol of pure American power that refuses to fade with time.